to my host, my audience about you. I was telling them about how I've been inspired by the thing that you do and the thing that you represent and the great work you are doing in that side, especially towards entrepreneurship and ensuring people to live the life of their dream by taking full charge of their finances,
Absolutely.
financial freedom. So yours is uniquely going to be different. Like I said before, now I've had industry leaders in the entertainment industry, I've had celebrities, but I'm bringing some little spice by having you on board. I want you to speak from from that depth of financial literacy, how you did it, using your story to inspire a amiable audience. So once again, thank you so much. I'm so proud to be associated with you. Thank you
I'm
for
honored.
honoring this
Honored.
invitation. Before I start, can we just meet you?
For sure, bro. Well, my first name is Rakan. Last name is Khalifa. That's why a lot of people just call me Khalifa. Just a little easier. When I first came to Canada, nobody knew how to pronounce my name, so it just made it easier for people to just call me Khalifa.
Ooh,
And
that's amazing.
here's the thing: the word Bank of Khalifa came around after I think being a year in the financial industry. I wanted to have something unique. So that's kind of why they changed the name. But I think my story is not the brightest. I've heard many stories that are 10 times better than mine. But I'll tell you, like a lot, I've heard a lot of stories. I lead an organization of 3,000 people, kind of all over the world. And
wow, 3,000 people.
3,000 people, yes, in our organization.
Wow.
It's pretty cool because I'll tell you why. Sorry. You hear a lot of stories. You hear the good, the bad. You hear great stories. You hear people that pretty much came from nothing, went to something, and we get inspired by these stories, bro. We get really, really inspired by these stories. And the beautiful thing about stories is that a lot of human beings can relate to it. A lot of people kind of go back to it.
Yeah.
A lot of people kind of, this is how we thrive based on stories. And this is why I like the idea of stories. Now, my story, I'd say it's a little bit different. A lot of people say, you come from nothing. I didn't actually come from nothing. My family was wealthy back home. I was born and raised in Saudi. We lived a very good lifestyle. You living in Saudi, you're not gonna live broke there, right? We studied in the best schools, bro. We studied in everything. But here was the twist. At one point in my life, I didn't know what I was doing, right? I was just a kid graduating. I wasn't good in schools, bro. I hated math. Wow. One thing I was good at is sports. I was really good at sports, bro.
Wow.
You play sports?
Wow. I'm gonna allow you share your story with us.
Yeah.
There'll be a section for that. I just want to quickly allow you, share your thoughts on some of the questions that a lot of our audience have asked in the past, especially because I wanted to use your story to inspire the average millennial listening to you right now. So the first thing I want to talk about is, as a young adult, can you tell us what is your thoughts on investments?
I would say the number one thing. There's two types of investments. There's investment in you and investment in actual money.
Wow.
A lot of people come to me like, Rakan, if I have $500, what do I do? Put the $500 in you. There's no point taking the $500, putting it in an investment or a stock. You're not going to get rich like that. And this is why a lot of young people kind of fall for, the scams and the get rich and let's go. Let me put $500. I'm going to turn into $1 million in the next 2 months. It doesn't exist. It's fugazi, right? It's right. So what I'll tell people, especially young people, and what I did right, I wasn't really that young, but when I was early my 20s, is I put money into me. I invested money into me.
Into you.
The $500
self-development.
Into books. Yeah, I put it into books. I put it into courses. I put it into mentors. Although it wasn't much money, but it got me access to these mentors. And once you have access to mentors, money just flows.
Wow. Profound. Wow. So if I'm able to capture your thoughts, one thing that you told us is you said there are two kinds of investments. Investing your money in other things, and then investing in yourself. personal development, and you shared your story about how you have taken so much more to read books. Somebody says something that if he's able to see further, is because he is standing on the shoulders of great people. And so when somebody writes a book and you pay $10 to get it, it's like you have paid 10,000 to walk through the person's experience.
1,000,000%.
So as young people, what Bank of Khalifa is telling us this evening is that we should invest in ourselves by exposing ourselves to great results, great books, great platform, and other things that sharpen our mind. Because once you are blessed within, then you can experience blessing without.
100%.
Thank you so much. And now, I want to ask you another question similar to the first, and that is, as a young adult, can you share with us how you became a top leader in investment? You told us about how, I know that you are the founder of the Game Changer Group, and how you have over 3,000 people, on board. So how do you become a top leader in that investment?
Very good, very good. Really, if we go back to your first question, it's a lot of learning. You see, leaders are born through education, through knowledge, or through experience. It's either or. Now, experience is going to take some time. And, at that point in my life, I didn't have time. So I had to get my experience through either a mentor that can give me a shortcut, or I can get it through actual knowledge like books. So I think the number one key to be a top leader in any industry that you're involved in is get a right mentor. Get somebody that has gone through it, has receipts, proof, you can see it. And that's how, in my case, you can actually be a top leader where you're learning, you're leading and learning at the exact same time. You see, leaders are always learning. I'm still learning. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that I got to figure it out. There's a lot of stuff that I need to improve on. And that's all human beings. But once I focus on one specific area, which is, let's say, leading by example, okay, well, if I tell my team, hey, guys, let's go do this, I got to be the first one to do it.
Exactly. Leading by example.
Right. So that's kind of, I would say that's my biggest tip on kind of how to be a top leader. And then the second thing I would tell people is you have to listen. There's nobody in this industry that is not mimicking somebody else.
Wow.
I hate these entrepreneurs that tell you I'm one of a kind. You are not. You are mimicking somebody. You are looking for somebody. You are getting inspired by somebody else. And I have no shame in saying it. I have massive mentors that they don't even know my name. They don't even know my name, but guess what? I'm mimicking through what I see on social media, through what I see on their YouTube, through what I see on their on Facebook. I'm mimicking that, and by default, I become that.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you so much for that. One of the things that you said that is really, really profound is that, leaders are made through, building mentors, building relationship with those who are ahead of you. Leaders are born through experiences and knowledge. So you must take time to, collaborate. One of the things that you said before you came on board with the speaker that came before now is that collaboration is key. There is somebody that has what you need. And then we're talking about the coffee as a case study that nobody knew that the coffee was sweet until sugar was introduced. So there was a collaboration. And, there was partnership when milk was introduced. So it's important that you go to people who has what you have to offer. There are some people who are already where you are going. So you need to ask them questions about their journey, how they got there, and then it's going to help you in no small way. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for that wisdom. So I have another question here I'm going to ask you. The question is, many people have a lot of misconception about wealth creation, about value creation, about being an entrepreneur. So I want to ask you, is your family background one of the factors responsible for your financial breakthrough? Because as I'm looking at you right now, you're a fine boy. It looks as if you are born into a billionaire home. So is your family background one of the factors?
Well, here's the thing. The question is, what is my family a key factor in my wealth? Was that the question?
My question is your family background one of the factors responsible for your financial breakthrough?
I don't believe so. None of my family is involved in the financial markets, I'll be honest with you. They're none of them involved in heavy investments. But here's what I'll tell you. Being around you see, when you're growing up, your only leaders are your parents or whoever raises you, right? It doesn't have to always, whoever you're around is your typical. And then, you know, when you wake up every single day and you see your dad working hard, you see your mom working hard, and you see them both collaborating on creating wealth, it becomes easy for you to just mimic that. So to answer that, no, absolutely not. I know people that did create wealth from learning from their parents. And that's kind of going back to our second point where you got to get mentors. So some people actually have good mentors, which are their parents, right? Now, unfortunately for me, my parents were mentors in different areas in my life, not
financially. Oh, wow, sweet. Wow. So it's possible to do well without having, you know, the best background in terms of finances. So this takes me to my third question. You know, young persons believe that they need millions in the bank before they start investing. There is this, you know, popular, you know, general misconception that is all around now that, you know, you need some tangible, you know, bogus amount of money before you invest. They need a big money before they invest. So can you please clear this misconception?
Absolutely not, man. It is a massive misconception as well. When people are afraid of investments, people will be like, oh, I need a lot of money in the bank to kind of start trading, or I need a lot of money in the bank to start investing. I would say not. You see, the earlier you invest, the more lucky you become.
That's the word. The earlier you invest, the more lucky you become. Wow.
The earlier you invest, the more lucky you become. And I'll tell you why. Throughout our lifetime, and this is something big that I emphasize on a lot of people think we have a lot of chances. That is false. In your lifetime, if you look average lifetime, you have anywhere from 3 to 5 chances, like real chances to create wealth, like abundance. And if you don't take action on them, they're gone. You don't have. I listen to a lot of motivational videos and wake up every day. There's a chance every day. That is not true.
Wow,
absolutely not true. You don't have a chance every single day. You don't have an opportunity every single day. Coronavirus is not going to happen every single year. It's just not. Well, if you look at history, you see, if we as human beings live for 1,000 years, right? Average span of human beings are 70 to 80 years old.
Yeah.
Right. So this pandemic right now, we don't go through it much. But guess what? If I told you, hey, bro, we're gonna have a tornado coming in this weekend, you're gonna prepare. You're gonna buy some stuff. You're gonna stay at home. Like, okay, it's a tornado coming. We gotta prepare. Me and you know, tornado is coming. There's gonna be somewhat of pain, right? Some people are gonna lose their houses, maybe. Some people are gonna get hurt. Some houses are gonna be, disrupted a little bit. But we know there's a light at the tunnel. Me and you know, tornado comes and goes. Well, coronavirus is a perfect example, but me and you don't live for 1,000 years, bro. Right? So if you live for 1,000 years, the pandemic, they come over probably for a couple of times. Does that make sense? We've had maybe 7 to 10 pandemics in the past 1,000 years. So you know, it's a storm that is coming. It's gonna pass through. But here's the biggest thing. I have a lot of questions, Rakan. Once everything is back, there's nothing gonna be back. Absolutely. Look at World War II. We shifted humanity after World War II. After every pandemic, after everything that happens in our life, there's a shift.
There's a shift.
Actually, this will shift how people talk, how people communicate, how people open up their businesses, and how people actually become wealthy.
Wow. I feel like clapping for you right now. So you said some amazing things, something that thing that's really rattled my theology, so to say. And one of it is that the early you invest, the luckier you become. Wow. That's great, man. Because a lot of people don't know these things. People feel they just see you, they see, some people see some parents doing better than their parents. And then they envy those kids. The reality is that their parents decided, they took some decisions when they were young that your parent did not take. And it is essential that as individual, rather than regret or envy them, you also need to position yourself in a way that your kids can be proud of you.
Absolutely.
And that is by investing as much as possible, even when you are young, because the earlier you invest, the luckier you become, according to Bank of Khalifa. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm sure that somebody is writing that down. We are going to share some of the quotes with you. You're making quotes. You're making headlines right now. So, my third question for you. I'm going to allow people ask some level of questions very soon. But I have some questions that others have asked me, sent to me, to my mail in the past for you. And one of it is that you did not become the Arabs' wolf of Wall Street overnight. How did you achieve this mind-blowing feat? I'm aware that you are doing millions in sales, doing millions of dollars in transactions, not naira, dollars. So how do you achieve this feat?
Well, here's the thing. By the way, you're not the first person to ask me this question. Frankly, I get this question a lot. And here's the thing in sales. I am not a guy that would be, hey, bro, I'm gonna twist your hand to buy something from me. I really just posted a video about there's 3 keys that people work with you or buy.
Go ahead. Let me take water.
Right. The first one is people either like you, they are like you, or they want to be like you. And these are the 3 keys to really acquire somewhat of wealth, right? To really have customers buy from you, to really have people come to you and ask for help, for mentorship. And these are kind of big things and big keys. And this is kind of what you should be working on, especially as a young millennial or a young person, right? You have to have somewhat of likability. So when people like you and you have expertise, why wouldn't they do business with you? Why wouldn't you $1 million? Why wouldn't they give you $10,000?
Wow.
They trust you. You are like them. You are their other soul.
Wow.
Right? Now, of course, you gotta know somewhat of how sales psychology work, and that's kind of how what you. And this is going back to my first point: experience through mentors and experience through knowledge, experience through courses. These are keys. So when my first time getting asked this question was, I truly believe, like mid last year, and I didn't think that I've made millions in transactions. I didn't think about it this way. Because all I have is friends. I have 3,000 friends in my organization. So that creates $3,000. I just have friends all over the world, man. Like me and you are friends right now. We're gonna create a transaction. You're gonna have my people that I've seen jumping on. Shout out to my people, right? Yes. They're gonna follow you. You're gonna have your people follow me. Well, we're doing transactions right now, and I promise you, throughout this transaction, sale is gonna happen.
Wow.
Happen.
Wow. Amazing. So you said something, and I was discussing with a friend today that, people will not buy what you are selling. They will first buy into you. People only buy into you before they buy into what you're selling. So people buy you first before they buy what you sell. So what makes them buy you? Because of the value that you offer, because of the expertise that you offer, because of the character that you offer, because of the trust that you give. So it's important that you invest in yourself and in your character, and then people buy into you. Amazing. And as we are talking right now, transactions are going in. A lot of relationships are going to be ignited. Some people are going to, follow you, like you said. They will do business with you because, I saw these guys on Lukman's page. He spoke profoundly, and that is the way life works. So before I go straight to the question on my pad, I'm going to ask you what somebody said right now. Saifi Vlog said, I have a question. How do you generate new ideas?
Saifi Vlogs, my man. Well, here's the thing. This is a key in creating ideas. Remember my first point that I said, nobody is original and everybody's mimicking somebody, right? I'm not Christian by any chance. I'm Muslim, but we all believe in the prophets, right? I heavily believe in Jesus. I believe in Moses. I believe in all the prophets. I believe in all the books. And here's the part: our best leadership books are these books. No matter what religion you are, these 3 major religions. If you don't have a religion, I don't know what to tell you. But the 3 major religions, they all have leaders which we follow by example, right? And for me, that's how I generate my new ideas. Right? There's a lot of times that I have my free time. You got, as an entrepreneur, you're busy. Look, man, me and you know, bro, we're on the go all the time.
Exactly.
All the time. You need to have somewhat a day, or not even a day, a short period of hour where your phone is out of the window, where you are writing on a piece. I have a ritual that I go through every single day. I don't miss a day, bro. And if I miss a day in the morning, I go write it at night.
Wow.
It's 3 parts. The first thing I'm going to write is my journal. And it's not even like I'm writing a whole pair. It's just a small, hey, what's happened with me yesterday, what's happened to me today, and what I'm expecting tomorrow. I'm just writing my thoughts down, right? The second part, I'm going to write down my gratitude, what I'm grateful for. You see, there's in either the Quran, the Bible, and the Torah, there's a general conception, if you are grateful, we give you more. So in my mind, I'm writing what I'm grateful for, and once I write what I'm grateful for, I'm energized. I'm okay.
Somebody once said, Thanksgiving is application for more.
Absolutely.
Thanksgiving is application for more.
Yeah. And then the last thing is I'm gonna write down my goals, bro. Every single day I have my goals. And listen to me. When you have your goals, you see the difference between me and just a regular 24-year-olds is that I see my goals every 365 times a day, a year.
Wow.
They set their goals, guess what? Once a year, New Year's. There's a difference. There's a difference. See, your subconscious mind is gonna be working on whatever you see.
To achieve that goal.
It's going to work on whatever you see. So for me, when I scroll through social media, I'm not scrolling through because I'm bored, bro. I'm scrolling through because I'm getting ideas. Like, well, shit. Damn, well, that's smart. This is genius. Well, he's doing Facebook Live. I should be doing Facebook Live. Right? Wow. And I'm generating ideas and shifting my persona and how I speak.
Wow. When you scroll through the social media, you're not doing that because you are bored, but because you are generating new ideas. That's because, number one, you have a written direction, a clear direction of what you want, where you are going. You are grateful over time, because you know that when you're grateful, you get more. So at the end of the day, you look through your notes, you compare things, and you show gratitude for your little wins. And then you prepare for the other time. And then you have your goals before you all of the time. And I think this brings about focus. And, somebody said, when you don't know where you are going, everywhere looks like it. But when you have a definition of what it is that you want, then you can demand something specific out of life. Okay, you're back. Welcome. Now, I have another question here for you. To be frank, what endeared me to you before we started talking was the fact that we did there was a business I did that you are also a big part of. So you are an ardent preacher of financial freedom. Through what means can a young person actually attain it without breaking the bank? You are a preacher of financial freedom. So how can young people attain financial freedom without breaking into the bank?
Very good. Now, there's many definitions of financial freedom, and here's the thing: I'm an advocate for freedom in general, right?
Wow.
And for you to be someone, you gotta have some finances. Like, we live in a world where you need finances to live, you need finances to give, you need finances to help your family, you need finances to help your brother, your sister, your uncle, your mother, everybody. You need money to do things. So money for me is a tool, and because I'm not attached to money, by default, I'm not afraid to get it, and I'm not afraid to spend it.
Wow.
Does that make sense? So I'm an advocate for freedom. Now, let's talk about financial freedom. It is so easy in the 21st century for young people to be financially free. It is so easy, and there is millions of ways. Wow. I believe the best way right now is through trading. There's a lot of men out there. There's a lot of coaches out there, and there's a lot of courses out there that would help you learn that skill set. Because here's the thing: there's a lot of things that would disappear, right? There's a lot of businesses that can go over you never know what happens. The only thing that is very hard for it to flush away is trading, right? Whether it's stock trading, forex trading, or cryptocurrency trading. Now, let's look at what's happening right now. Let's look at society right now. The stock market crashed, right? So by default, the forex market, which is currency exchange, is crashing as well. It's letting it go down. The third part, and if you look, since we look at charts, I'm looking at charts and I'm looking at what's happening to the USD. Why is the US dollar very weak right now? But the big investors, they were like, "What? We don't trust the US government anymore. I don't trust it.
It's volatile than never before."
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna take this money and I'm gonna put it into cryptocurrency, right? And a lot of people are taking the skill sets and really learning how to become a profitable trader. And the other part of being a profitable trader is that you need to have a system with it. It's very hard for you to learn from YouTube. Very hard. Very hard to learn from YouTube. And sometimes you're learning from the wrong people. Anybody on YouTube. Anybody can put anything on YouTube. Does that make sense? So you got to learn from the right people, from the right system. And the last thing, I would say network marketing. See, network marketing is a referral of a product via word of mouth. Now, there's many network marketing companies out there. I'm not saying this is the best, but here's what I'm seeing the world shift into. People are not liking products anymore. They're not into products anymore, right? Like, hey, buy my shampoo or buy my product or buy my skincare. They will buy it right now, but how long will that be? I don't believe it's going to last.
How sustainable is that?
Right? A lot of people right now are looking to services. They want service. Wow. Services in the service industry, number one, in network marketing, it makes more money. You have more liquid because it's service. It doesn't cost money, unlike a product to actually create. Well, it does cost money, but not that much. And you can expand anywhere in the world.
Wow.
You just need internet. That's all you need. Internet.
You just need the internet.
Wow. That's it.
Wow.
That's it.
The internet is underrated.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. You said so much about trading. You need to learn how to trade. You need to learn from the right mentors. Because you should not just go and learn from the YouTube just like that, because anybody can post online these days. So thank you so much. That was quite profound. I have another question for you, and that is, can you give our listening audience a brief introduction to forex trading and crucial tips and tricks they need to make it big as a forex trader like you? What are the brief introduction you can give us into forex trading, and what are the crucial tips and tricks that they need to know before investing? Last year, before I started trading forex little by little myself through the help of Kuvera, at some point, I lost 1 million Nigerian naira into forex by giving my money to somebody to trade for me. So can you give us an introduction of how to make it in forex?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I'll give you guys a couple of things that you need to understand about forex. Number one, forex is simply the selling and buying of currencies, right? I'm in Canada right now. If I go to the States after quarantine is done, I'm gonna change my Canadian dollar to the US dollar. That's simply what forex is, right? There's countries and there's currencies, and based on the country and the currency, they fluctuate in value. If you can kind of pretty much sell or buy at any point, you can make a lot of money out of it, right? So that's kind of the brief understanding of forex. As a trader, there's many things that I focus on. Many things that I focus on, depending on kind of what you're trading. There's 4 main ways of how people trade, right? Number one is scalping, and these are people that are getting in, getting out, right? Fast, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, in and out. They see something dropping, boop, 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 I'm out, right? It's cool,
like
but the second way is day traders, and these are traders that are entering the trade in the morning, leaving it all day, maybe next day they cash it out. There are swing traders. That's number 3, swing traders. Swing traders are people that enter a trade maybe, Sunday night, Monday. They set up on the weekend, enter the trade Sunday night, Monday-ish, and they keep that trade going for sometimes 3 days, 4 days, a week or so. Does that make sense? The last part of being a trader is long-term traders. And I know a lot of long-term traders that they really put one trade and they leave it for 3 months. Now, I haven't got the level that I need to be as a long-term trader, but as a day trader, a swing trader, and a scalper, we have definitely kind of mastered the idea of those. And we have hired the best people to kind of teach us, because going back to my first point, you got to learn from the best to be the best.
You got to learn from the best to get the best.
And this is really like a quick intro kind of about forex and everything. I sell my courses, and I sell them for a lot of money. I have courses that are cheap and they go up in value depending on what you do. I like what you guys are doing. I like what's happening. Anybody that does want to actually learn, I wouldn't want them to pay. I need nobody to pay no dollars. If they're from your side, I'll give them a free introduction about forex.
Wow.
I'll give them a whole education that
Thank you
people
so much.
pay money for.
Thank you so much.
They're just gonna say, hey, I came from Lukman, bro.
Oh wow! Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So as you guys can hear in now, for some of you who are already listening to this right now, you already have an access code. My name is an access code. Just tell him that you came from Lukman. You're gonna get the free handouts on all that you need to know, especially on the basis of forex trading. Tejumola, I can see you. My friend, the CEO of Pavon Design, is already jumping for that. I'm sure that she's gonna chat you up on some of that. So somebody asked a question. Okay, if you have any question at this juncture, please kindly drop them. I'll take them as I proceed. If you have any question by now, I just want you to drop them as I proceed. So this is my penultimate question, second to last. You posted on your IG account a few days back that with every crisis come an opportunity. Can you give us the know-how on unlocking these life-changing opportunities, even in troubling times?
This is kind of one of my passions, man. Here's the thing, bro. There's people that get lucky, and there's people that position themselves to get luck.
Some get lucky, some position themselves to be lucky,
and some position themselves to be lucky, right? I truly believe.
Wow.
At this point in my life, I think I positioned myself because I knew something would eventually happen. You see, every 10 years, Lukman, my brother, every 10 years something happened. The last recession we had was what? 2008. So when I started in 2017, I'm like, okay, well, this is obvious. 10 years from 2018, 10 years from 2008 is 2018. Right? Now, nothing happened in 2018. We were in a bullish market. We were happy. Everybody was making money. It's like, oh, the market would never crash. 2019 came around. We didn't really have much hits. 2020, see, as soon as 2020 hit, everything got done all at once. After the coronavirus, right? And you just gotta, whatever you're doing, you gotta know that there's a long-term plan. Don't play the game for today. A lot of people get into trading and be like, hey, so how much money can I make today? Well, that's a wrong mentality. How much money can I make 10 years from now is what I'm looking for. Because no matter how much money you make right now, it's not gonna be equivalent if you actually stay consistent, if you actually learn, if you actually develop your skill set, if you actually position yourself to be lucky.
Wow.
Right? So right now is an opportunity for all the internet marketers. It's an opportunity for all the forex traders. It's so easy to trade forex right now. The markets are so predictable. Everything's going down by default.
Wow.
So that's positioning yourself to be lucky. And this, with every crisis, which we have right now, comes an opportunity.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. So is anybody there who have a question for Bank of Khalifa? If you have a question now, I'll just advise you to quickly drop them while it takes it before I go to my last question. So I'll wait for your questions right now. If you have a question, type it right now into the comment section or into the question section. Then I'll quickly take it before I go on to my last question. So somebody said, what's like the ROI? What's like the return on investment? How is the return on investment on forex compared to other investments?
That's a very good question. You see, like a lot of people talk to me about stock trading, stock investment, and you gotta understand that when you're just putting money, there's investment and there's trading. I truly believe if you don't have money, let's just not talk about investment. Let's talk about trading, right? Because you want to create money that you can actually invest in many things. I kind of said it earlier. I truly believe in my eyes, forex and crypto investments right now are the best to make. I know I may be a little biased because I'm doing it because I'm seeing the results, but it's not because of me. It's because I see a lot of new people in my organization that are coming in. They're seeing success fast, especially with this economy right now. And this is why I may be a little biased because I see a lot of success stories from people that came from nowhere. and they're really investing in the forex. They're investing in the crypto. They're investing in themselves. They're learning, and it's growing rapidly than it usually grows.
Wow, great, awesome, great time. You know, we are having an exposition right now. We are having some change in perception. You know, you are changing our mind, especially to investments. You know, Bank of Khalifa, you're doing an amazing job. We are so proud to have you here. We are glad to be associated with you. And I'm sure that, you know, you are leaving no stone unturned when it comes to the issue of investment. So I have another question for you right now. By track.ng, the person is saying, are there any particular strategies you use while trading? Do you have any particular strategy you use while trading?
Absolutely. See, as a trader, in my own eyes, you shouldn't be focusing on one strategy. Sorry, you shouldn't focusing on multiple strategies. You should be focusing on one strategy. Or typically, how traders say, you should focus on one or two pairs. Right? You're not trading every single other currencies out there. Like, I know traders that trade everything. Well, here I have a saying, and I say it all the time: if you are a jack of all trades, you are a master of none. Right? All trades, you're a master of
none.
Right?
Wow.
You gotta learn how to be a master of something. So for me, I'm very heavy on the gold. I know how to trade gold, and I've been learning how to trade gold for a lot of time. And majority of times, I'm a swing trader in gold. Right?
Wow.
I look ups and downs. I look for highs and lows. The gold fluctuates like crazy, and that's kind of how I position myself to actually make money, because it does fluctuate depending on, you know, the highs and the lows. I truly believe right now it's an unknown mark where gold is gonna go, but I truly believe it's gonna drop very, very soon. So this is an advice for all you guys. It's gonna drop it's gonna drop hard very, very soon.
Wow, gold. That's amazing. Somebody said I trade wheat. Wow. Wow. Oh, great. So he's trying to say that, you know, gold is something that he has been doing for a while. I think he understands how it works better, and then, you know, he has taken that comparative advantage to his own side, and he has used it over time to secure some level of, you know, fund based on his ability to predict that market. That is great and amazing. So you said something about master of all trade, jack of none. So jack of all trade, master of none. So that takes me to my next question with you. What do you say? What's your perception? What's your thoughts? Your learned thoughts on multiple streams of income?
That's a very touchy subject, and I'll tell you something, bro. A lot of people do not understand how multiple streams of income work. I know we typically say, you know, you need 7 streams to be a millionaire. You need 7. I'm very against that idea. I don't think you need 7 streams to make $1 million. In this economy, you can make $1 million through one stream. And there's a lot of people say that don't put all your eggs in one basket. Well, if you don't put your eggs in one basket, it's never going to be heavy enough to actually pay you enough money. Now, I do understand, don't put everything you own into one thing. You got to have somewhat of something else on the side, but not to the point where you're spreading yourself way too thin, right? I see a lot of people, they're an influencer. They sell clothes. They trade Forex. They trade crypto. They do this. They do this. And their mom is that. And then I'm like, dog, you gotta like focus.
What do you really do?
One thing.
General contractors.
I read a book that I fell in love with. It's called The One Thing. So I think by Keller Williams. I think I forgot his name. And the one thing. So yeah, the one thing talks about the one thing. What is the one thing that you can focus on that are actually going to generate income for you, right? I truly believe if you have a job, you definitely need another stream of income, because you gotta. The vehicle has to be correct. That's kind of what people kind of misunderstand it. The vehicle has to be correct. The actual vehicle, the one thing has to be correct. So a lot of people are like, oh, well, if what he's saying is true, I shouldn't be making money outside of my job. Well, that's wrong, because your job is not going to pay you the amount of money that you want to get paid for.
Exactly.
So you need another stream of income, but you got to choose the right vehicle. Choose your vehicle and really run with it and enhance it, upgrade it sometimes, right? Enhance it, upgrade, but it's the same exact vehicle. And that's what I truly believe, how it's going to be easier for you to make your first million. And hey, if you actually, you're in love with a couple of things, like, hey, Rakan, I want to do a couple of things. Cool. get one income to a certain level that pays you $10,000-$20,000 that you no longer have to manage. You can get somebody else to manage it and then move on. Do not move and make $500 a year, $200 a year, $200 a year, $100 a year. It's not gonna make sense. You're spreading yourself way too thin.
Wow. So guys, you are listening, you are hearing it from the Aussie's mouth. This is a millionaire in dollars, somebody who has done $1 million transaction. I'm sure that you all are hearing from him yourself, and you should just take note and put some of those things to use. Somebody have another question for you. Is that what has been your greatest lesson about investments? There's another one for you, but just answer that briefly.
Patience.
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 Wow.
A lot of we're as millennials, bro. We need money yesterday, and I understand. Trust me, I get it. I was like, patience. Everything happens through patience. Everything. We get paid on patience. We meet the right people when you have patience. You have the right investments when you have patience. But when you do have the right thing, attack. Just go for it. Just do it all in. I've never half-assed anything. Maybe school I did because I didn't like it, but I was forced to do it. But anything that I've ever done, I've never half-assed it. I've never just done a part of it. I just went all in. Why would I not go all in? If I have an investment, I'm going all in, bro. I'm going all in. They asked me, Rakan, you want risky or not risky? Man, might as well do the risky. Investments are all risky. There's no non-risky investment anyway. It's an investment. So understanding that it takes time to create wealth.
Wow. That's amazing. So every investment has their own level of risk. As an investor, you need to be patient. There's no fast way to it. There are no tips about it. Some things just demand you to be there. Yeah, you trust the process. Somebody said what we call it here in Yoruba tribe, one of the tribes in Nigeria here where I am from, they said suru lere. Suru lere means that patience has benefits. Suru lere, patience has benefits.
I see. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Y'all, man.
Yeah. So somebody has another question for you. The person said, I have been trading for a while now, and I trade more on Euro USD. I think the person trades Euro against USD. He said, are there materials or softwares I should learn to help me master this particular pair? After answering this question, I think this person should also send a message to you.
What I would do if I was you, I'll directly get you to message. I will confuse people if we talk about software right now. I don't want to get deep into Forex. I don't want to confuse people. I want to make sure people understand that it is it's not easy. It's simple to get into Forex, but definitely message me. I have some softwares for free they can use that I've developed with people. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much. So in the absence of no question, like I told our speakers who have been here before now, trust me so much. You guys have been phenomenal. You guys have been amazing. There would not have been something like this without you guys. You may not know it. You might be right there in Canada. I'm right here in Lagos, Nigeria. But you are definitely touching lives and inspiring hope in a lot of young people, and also a lot of people who want to take their financial goals from where it is to where they want it to be. So trust me, when I say that, I'm inspired by the thing that you do. I cherish and I respect you so much. Let's do this over and over again. Thank you so much for coming. We love you all the way from Nigeria. We all love you. Thank you for spending our time out of your great time to be here. God bless you. God bless you. Before you go, can you just give us your parting word?
Parting word. Here's the thing. No matter what happens in your life, no matter what hits you're going through right now, whatever is bad is happening through your life right now, just keep going, man. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. There's always. You just gotta keep going. You gotta have the right people around you. You gotta surround yourself with positive energy. If you have a lot of negative energy around you, you'll never have a breakthrough. You need positive energy around you. And if you have positive energy, guess what? You have the internet. Plug your ears in. This is kind of what I was going through, right? I had negative energy around me, and it never led me to have a breakthrough. So I got the internet to be my positive energy by listening to people like Lukman, right? By going on his Instagram, listening to a podcast, listening to YouTube, listening to people that are really inspiring me. And this kind of was shifting my mindset into a positive mindset. And listen, when you have a positive outlook on life, you got a positive income on life.
Wow. This should not end here, guys. This should not end here. So much wisdom. Khalifa, you demonstrated that you're a reservoir of knowledge and skill. So guys, go to his page and follow him to continue to have exposure to this great content. Trust me, we are glad to have you. I'm so glad to I'm going to upload this message for others who will be joining as time goes on. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for spending time with us. Thank you for coming. Thank you for I'm gonna do this again. I'm so glad that you came. Trust me. Thank you is not enough, but thank you. In my language, I want to say Oshegon, Oshegon. Thank you for coming.
Oshegon.
Oshegon means thank you. Oshegon. Thank you very much. All right.
Thank you
All
again.
right. In Kiswahili, asante sana.
All love.
Bye.
Take care.
Oh, guys. So as you can see, we just had amazing quintessential entrepreneur in Miss Bank of Khalifa. It was a great time with him, guys. If you want to admit with me, so trust me, I'm going to upload this, to my status. This guy is making millions of dollars doing forex, man. He's not a small guy. So, but guys, the essence is that you can also be young and you can get it right. So that you came from a poor background, should not push your back to the ground. It's a function of the choice that you make and the decision that you make today. So make today count. Make today relevant and let it affect your tomorrow. I'm sure that we all had a very great session. I'm supposed to charge you guys for this session, but I'm making it for it. So you guys should just go. It's like we should do season 2. Bye-bye. So tomorrow we are having Sheyi Awolowo. It's coming to grace the occasion and he's going to be speaking with us, from his wealth of experience as well. Thank you so much for coming and have a wonderful day. Track.ng. I think I'm going to chat you up. I think I'm a forest guy. Let's talk about forest. Okay, bye guys. Please follow him and then continue the conversation. Have a lovely day. I love you all. Mwah.